Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric and it is week 15 of 2019, and today I am talking about the new comics that I picked up on New Comic Book Day. That was April 10th, 2019. I've fallen further and further behind on reading comics, reading all the comics that I've picked up, and I forgot just how many I already had in the queue, but I picked up a few more today, and hopefully I can knock out a few of these. A lot of these I'm very excited to read. I picked up a few issue number ones of some new series that came out, and we're also getting close to wrapping up some stuff. Well, actually, only like a couple of these are even close to getting wrapped up. Oh my God, Dead Man Logan is only halfway done, and I think I've read like the first two issues of that, so I guess I'm not doing too bad on that one. But first of all, let's see. We had The Unstoppable Wasp issue number 6, which I read, and I thought it was pretty good, but I didn't think to even check. I skipped over issue number 5, so I still have issue number 5 to read. But I do like that book. I recommend it, especially for younger readers. Also recommended for younger readers is Wonder Comics Wonder Twins number 3. I said this a few weeks ago when I finally read issues 1 and 2. This is my new favorite comic. I'm really looking forward to reading this one. All the rest of these I haven't read yet. But yeah. Wonder Twins is awesome. So awesome. Oh wait, I think hold on just a second. I think I misdid my stack over here. There might be some, because I often separate the ones that I can get to reading quicker, keep those out, and then the ones that I'm really far behind on, I set aside. Okay, I did not do that yet. Actually, everything I picked up this week, I am not super far behind on, so that's pretty good. Although I think didn't go. No, that was last week's issue, so that works out fine. Or did I take them upstairs already? I don't think I did. But anyway, X-23 issue 11. I'm a few issues behind on that, but I have been enjoying that book. Supergirl number 29. Also very far behind on that, but I love this variant cover. You have Crypto on a big S star along with Supergirl, and I like that cover a lot. That would be an awesome poster. Captain Marvel issue number 4. I think I'm a couple issues behind on this. They have this whole thing where there's like a time warped area part of the city. It's in like this energy field, and inside time is passing much more slowly, or is it much more quickly? Like they've been in there, the people who have been there for a long time, but it's a relatively short amount of time for the people outside of it. Anyway, she's in there trying to help figure stuff out, and on the cover here is Rogue, and she is behind all that stuff going on. I think I am caught up on that because or maybe I'm just one issue behind. I don't know. But Rogue is causing all this. It's just crazy. Catwoman number 10. Pretty cool variant cover for this one. Her jumping out with like it looks like a Sphinx cat at the bottom, but also a bunch of bats flying out. So that's a really cool painted cover. Dead Man Logan issue number 6. I feel like it's a very similar cover to the last one. It is a different cover though, I think. But I am not caught up on that one. But Dead Man Logan has been pretty cool. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with him. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I can't remember exactly what's going on in that book. I'll remember once I get started reading it again. Justice League Odyssey, issue number 8. The Wrath of the Order of Azrael. You know what? I haven't read any of Justice League Odyssey yet. I've been meaning to. I am caught up on Justice League. I need to get caught up on Justice League Odyssey and Justice League Dark. The thing with Justice League Dark that has been kind of holding me back from doing it is that early on, like 3 issues in, they started a crossover, a tie-in event, crossover, whatever, with Wonder Woman. It was like a 4-part story, and I think I maybe only have like 1 more issue of that. It was like the Burning Witch saga or something like that. And so that has kind of put me off of progressing in that book. And I've just been getting further and further behind. And I should just sit down and finish reading that arc and then continue to get caught up and get caught up on Justice League Odyssey, of course. Superman number 10. Awesome cover. I don't know who the artist is, but their initials are AH. I don't recognize that. I'm not super familiar with artists' names and stuff. But this is a cool one. It has Superman stopping a speeding train. I don't know what's going on because there's also a train on the other tracks behind them. So I don't know if that's actually happening in the story or not. I guess I'll find out. I'll get to the new number 1s all at once because there's 3 of them. 3 new comics that started that I picked up. There's a bunch of other ones that started this week also, but I didn't pick all those up. I get too many. I get too many already, and yet I still get new number 1s a bunch. There's a new Goosebumps coming out like next month, I think. I asked to get that one. And then also, what was the other one? There's another, it was some type of supernatural type of thing that looked pretty cool that I asked to get. I think it was a supernatural type of thing. Anyway, Batman Who Laughs, issue number 4 out of 6. The Monster Inside. So we have Bruce Wayne transforming into the Batman Who Laughs, having been influenced by the Batman Who Laughs from the alternate universe. But this universe's Batman turns into him also. I think I remember that's what's happening. And the Grim Knight is involved in trying to make all this happen because the Joker has poison in his heart. And when he died, it exploded and it got into Bruce Wayne's blood. And so he's taking his serum to try to prevent it. But at the end of the last issue that I read, which I think is issue number 3, he just gave into it and he has become the Batman Who Laughs. So he's not full on crazy, but he has the at least on the cover we see that he has the spike visor over his eyes. So this has been a pretty cool book. There's the one shot about the Grim Knight. Is it the Grim Knight? Which ties into all this. So you see what he all the stuff that he was doing and stuff, and that was pretty cool. I still need to go back and read all of Dark Knights or Dark Knights Metal, whatever you call it, Dark Days and Dark Knights. That whole series that's setting up this stuff that's happening. So like I'm starting at the end, kind of. Not that this is the end. I'm sure there's going to be more that happens after this, but I dig it. It's really cool. All the alternate versions of any superheroes is really cool stuff. Hunted Part 3, The Amazing Spider-Man number 19. I am very far behind on that, but it seems like it's pretty cool. I like this cover. You have the Rhino beating up Spider-Man with all the other villains watching, probably placing bets. I'm guessing that Vulture has the biggest amount of money on the line with the bookie there. And that brings us to a one-shot WrestleMania 2019 special. I'm looking forward to reading that. I think this actually came out last week, but I didn't notice that it was there on the rack because it's on the bottom shelf. Being WWE, it's at the end of the alphabet, so it's like at the bottom of the shelf at the very end. And I guess I forgot to look last week when it actually came out. Stay tuned for my WrestleMania episode. I still have to record that. It was awesome. Then we have Faithless, issue number 1. An erotic depiction of faith, sex, and the devil in a tradition of the Divine Comedy. From Boom Studios. I just thought this looked pretty cool. I actually got all 3 covers that came out from that one. And all right, we're gonna get X-rated for a second here. I'm not gonna describe the cover, but there's the variant. The B cover is the erotica cover, and it is sometimes you hear that and then it's like, oh, it's just some nudity. That's not that big of a deal. This is a little bit more than that. This one is a little bit more graphic, and so I understand why they have the blackout, and it's bagged with a blackout cover in front of it. But yeah, I am looking forward to that one. It sounds pretty cool, and I flipped inside just real quick, and it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. Then we have Fair Lady, issue number 1. Contains a complete Fair Lady mystery. So I don't know anything about this. I actually don't even remember. It must have caught my eye with the final order cut off a few weeks ago. I thought, hey, I should check this out, because we got like a cat guy, and a lady. She's not a cat, and then like a couple of big like bear type cats in the background. I don't know what any of these people are. Any of these animals are. I'm assuming that she is the Fair Lady. And it says it's a complete Fair Lady mystery, so they might be detectives of some fashion. But I'm looking forward to find out about that. I should be talking about some of the comics that I read last week, but I actually didn't read any since I recorded the last episode, other than the Unstoppable Wasp number 6. So I can't help you there. Sorry. No new recommendations or stuff. I did get the hardcovers for the new Superman and Action Comics, the current volume. Those came out in the last week, and those are pretty awesome. And this weekend, I'm going to Dink, which is the Denver Independent. I don't know what it. Denver Independent. No. It's independent artists, comic books, all that kind of stuff. It's an awesome show. I went the last 2 years. I'm going to go again this weekend. I have a couple of books that I think look pretty cool. Box Brown's new book about cannabis, the legalization or the illegalization of marijuana. That looks like a really. I like his other books a lot. He has one about Tetris, one about Andre the Giant, one about Andy Kaufman, and so now one about the cannabis industry. And I'm really interested to read that. I'm sure I'll see a bunch of other books that I want to pick up while I'm there. And there's also going to be Ralph Bakshi is there. Is that how you pronounce it? Or is it Bakshi? Or maybe completely different from either of those two. But director of Wizards, Lord of the Rings, 1978, Lord of the Rings, the animated film. Cool World, Fritz the Cat, his first film. Is it a feature film? I think it is a feature film. It's the first rated X animated film that was released in theaters. And I think I've watched parts of it. I can't remember. It's pretty raunchy, but not like, it's not crazy raunchy compared to a lot of stuff that has come out since then. But for like the time, yeah, it's actually, I may be wrong. It might be like really bad. But anyway, as far as raunchiness goes, not as far as quality goes. That brings us to our last. This has nothing to do with what I was talking about, but I will talk about Dink in next week's comic book episode for sure. So stay tuned for that, and I'll talk about if I pick up any comics while I'm there, graphic novels, books, whatever. We have Symbiote Spider-Man issue number 1, and I just thought that I like Spider-Man. I like Symbiote Spider-Man. I will check that out, see how it is. Quite a few books this week. I got a handful of duplicates, particularly the Faithless. I got the 3 copies of that, but I also got 2 copies of the WrestleMania special, because I wasn't sure if it was the same. I did ask, and they said, oh yeah, they're the same book, it's just different cover. Because the cover doesn't say WrestleMania Special, 2019 Special on the variant. It just says WrestleMania, then like 100 underneath that for some reason. I don't understand. Maybe it's a reference I should get, but I do not get it. but I did get it, as in I got both books, both copies of it. So I am looking forward to reading that. And all these I could get to reading pretty soon, because I'm not terribly far behind, except for Justice League Odyssey. I'm very far behind on that. But I'm excited. Let me know what you're excited to read. I am behind on Doom Patrol. 2 episodes are out currently that I have not watched, so I will get to that very soon. But tonight I'm going to see Norm Macdonald's. Speaking of comics, different kind of comic. I'm very excited about that. And then, so I might not have time to watch all those because, like I said, tomorrow and Sunday, Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be at that convention, checking stuff out over there. But, I gotta make some time to read some comics, more comics, get more caught up. My goal I am holding strong on at least having read more than half of the comics that I have. If I could get that to 60%, that would be awesome. And if I could get it beyond that, all the way 100% would be amazing. But that's going to take a while. I just got to dedicate like a few days just to reading comics to be able to come even close to that. That's what I had to do to get even to 50%. But anyway, as I get some of like these really nice hardbacks, it might be nice to get not get rid of, but to sell some of the collections, like those hardbacks that are collected, but to sell the individual issues that I have of them. If there's something I'm not particularly attached to, but I don't know. We'll see. There's no current reason to do any of that kind of stuff, but there's just so many that I'm looking forward to read. But there's also all these movies that I want to check out. Actually spent most of this evening, I was doing other stuff too, watching Big, in kind of pseudo preparation, because it was only $5 at Best Buy. It's like, I gotta get that on Blu-ray. I'll get that on Blu-ray for $5. In pseudo preparation for Little, just came out this weekend. It looks pretty fun. I really enjoy the trailer every time I see it, and I've seen the trailer quite a few times. I was watching that instead of like catching up on things. I could have watched Doom Patrol from last week, but nope, I watched Big, starring Tom Hanks. There's also a pretty cool movie. I think it's MFKZ. I don't know if you maybe pronounce that differently. It's an animated film, and I hadn't heard about it or anything, but like Giancarlo Esposito is one of the voices in it, and there was a bunch of other people in it too, of course. But it's like, this is interesting. It's like speaking of Fritz the Cat, it's an adult animated film. But I didn't really pay attention, as I have to actually watch it sometime. But it looked pretty interesting. I like the animation style. It's kind of is its own thing. It's not trying to look like anything else really. It's just a cool movie. Okay, that is it. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you thought about this week's comics, what you're looking forward to coming out in the coming weeks. What old comics, especially if they're on Comixology, have you been reading that you think I would enjoy? I fully had the intention on this trip to New York. I fully had the intention to read some comics on my iPad. I did not do that at all. I also am glad that I didn't take my Nintendo Switch with me. I thought like, I'll have some time to play that. I should take it with me. It's like, actually, no, I'm probably not going to have any time to play that. It would just be like in the airport probably. Because I would not have played that at all. So it's good that I left that. I didn't even use my Kindle while I was out there. I did bring that because it's pretty compact. I didn't even get it out of my backpack a single time. I was so busy doing other stuff. But I have some other trips coming up that I will have actual downtime, that I will take that kind of stuff. But maybe I will only take my iPad, so that I'm like force myself. I gotta read more comics, gotta study more art, gotta see what all what's going on out there in the great medium that is comic books. As I prepare to go to more and more conventions. So that's it. I'm not going to talk about the conventions that are coming up. Just go to demonjackal.com, click on dates, and you can see what conventions I will be at selling my art. But I won't run down that. I did that a couple episodes ago already. But yeah, stay tuned for all that info. Let me know what you thought about all this stuff by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. You can also follow at The Demon Jackal for that art, or at Ericatures with a K, ERAKATURES, for just drawings of people and things, like people as things, whatever. So yeah, all of that. Tweet me, Instagram, etc. Go to tiwpodcast.com for more reviews, and listen on podcast listening places. This is falling apart. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. This has been TIW Podcast. Bye.